Is this thing on? Hello? Oh my gosh, did I break it? No. No. Okay. Oh, it's still not working. Not the lithium batteries, y'all. No. Hello? Hello? That's rude. You are giving Mother of Dragons. You are the breaker of chains. You are the generational curse breaker. They should step down. They cannot stop you from breathing fire. They just can't. People that are trying to infiltrate your circle and are trying to gain your trust just so they can turn around and betray it. Someone thought it would be easy to be your baddie friend. The enemy has been working from within to cause all types of issues for you. Stephen, the devil, whatever you want to call him, the ops. You had a couple people doing a couple different things. You had one person that was like hyper into you and like obsessive. And then you had another person that was acting like they were in love with you, like you were their twin flame, you were their soulmate. And then you had another person that acted like they had it all together, they're super professional, that they're like virtually perfect. And all of these people are catfishing. All of them. It is the enemy working from within. So if you've been feeling really indecisive, like it's been hard for you to make a decision, your body will tell you. You will immediately feel relieved, or you'll just feel better. You have been in decision paralysis because of all of the people you gotta like keep at arm's length and figure out what their motive is and if they should be around you. So someone could have been treating you like a one-night stand, like a friend with benefits. Somebody thought they were really charming with their words. They wanted to be your baddie lover or your baddie friend, not understanding who they're talking to or like what that even really entails. These people were wanting validation from you. But yeah, somebody was pretending to be sicker than they actually were. So like somebody here could be having health issues. You could have been having health issues, and like you have people around you that are mimicking every part of you. So for instance, if you've been having health issues, you had somebody mimicking your health issues or embellishing the fact. Not saying that like they're maybe not sick or you're not sick, but do you know what I mean? Because if this is yours, you questioned that in your mind, not because you wanted to, but because of circumstances and other obligations and things going on, contracts, agreements, verbal, whatever. There was things going on. The other person that you were dealing with wants to be good with their words, but you have some years and years and years and past lives of wisdom on them. You've been getting a bad feeling when dealing with these people. And maybe it hasn't been immediate, motorcycle, but now these people are maybe dodging you in a certain way because you're figuring them out. People are not what they say they are, not in the slightest. So if you were going to work with somebody and they were like, I can do this, this, and that, and you're like, okay, awesome. And then as you're just beginning to work with certain people or to date certain people, you are seeing some red flags. Things that are not being brought up, things that are not even being mentioned, they're not even being talked about. You're like, wait, what? How are we not talking about this? Because somebody could have went on a rant with you. I'm getting all of them had like their own way of ranting to you, or at least having one where they made it seem like this is what I do. I'm amazing. This is how I feel. It is valid. But you're starting to see the cracks through that. So there's someone here that just doesn't know how to let go of you. These people don't want to let go of you because they messed up. They messed up, and now the karma is going to unfold. You need to realize how close you are to God and praying for the verification, the confirmation, praying for that to move forward. So you are surrendering to a process so you can move forward. As frustrating as that could be, because this has been playing on a loop for you, And you are remembering past lives of things that you maybe used to be able to do, and you are visualizing a different life for yourself. This message could resonate with you if you had to raise yourself from an early age. You didn't really have a childhood, you didn't have a lot of adult supervision, or you just had to parent your parents. This message could resonate with you if you've always been a daydreamer, and with you being a daydreamer, maybe people gave you crap for that when you were younger, and now you're unlocking something with needing to know you visualizing is you daydreaming. And this is how you unlock the things that you need. And then you will also resonate with this message if you've been doing a lot of inner child healing, and you might have thought like, oh my gosh, do my angels or ancestors think I'm crazy with the things that I'm doing to heal my inner child? And the answer is no. These are all a part of your magical things that you are unlocking that devil energy is trying to stop you from. The enemy working within is trying to stop you from visualizing, daydreaming, paying attention to your visions, paying attention to your dreams, clocking the people around you, because the enemy wants you to need these people for certain things, wants you to need love if it's a lover, wants you to need friendship if it's a friend, wants you to need this job if it's a job, if it's work. And you are realizing that like, okay, I might have to go without these things, but there is a solution. So the daydreaming and how you visualize is going to unlock how you heal and what you're calling in. This is your magical way of manifesting. And if you also believe in magic, love anything involving magic that is cinematic, let me know in the comments, because you're definitely my vibe and our tribe. But do you know what I mean? Like, you have this magic within you that is or has been trying to be taken out since you were small. They've been trying to suck this magic up out of you. You're remembering your past lives. You know how like my theory is we're all up in heaven and we're like, we're going down to earth, this spiritual training ground, and I'm going down there to be the baddest mother effer ever. And we all, my theory is we chose who we wanted to be. And whoever we chose, we knew that that was going to come with hard lessons, but we wanted to be the baddest ever, if you connect or resonate with this channel. And then we bump our heads. We get to earth and we're like, what in the frick? So you maybe have been in fight or flight since you could walk, or maybe since you could breathe. I've been getting a lot of confirmations on that, and I resonate with that as well. But you have been going through so many things so the devil or the enemy could keep you distracted. So now you're starting to remember. It's like you're unbumping your head. You're starting to remember. Motorcycle. Harley. Now you're starting to remember, oh, the visualizing, the daydreaming is unlocking something. The dreams are unlocking something. The body feelings, the feelings in the body are unlocking something. You're remembering the things that you used to be able to do, or things that should be easier for you. All of this is going to make sense, and it's going to build your own dream team. It's going to attract your dream lover. It's going to attract supportive friends. And this is what the enemy has been trying to stop you from the jump. And yeah, you just have a lot of people that want the last word, or they don't want to let go of you because they see how resourceful you are. When you've had to parent yourself, you become very resourceful. When you've been fending for yourself since a young age, you can become very resourceful. So whoever I'm speaking to, you have always had a job, or you've worked from an early age. You've always had to figure things out. But this is supposed to be a time period where you don't have to do all of that. And God wants you to know, anyone trying to make that harder, they need to go. Anyone saying a whole bunch of things and then brushing over the fact that they didn't fix it, they didn't do that, they didn't do what they promised, acting like that didn't happen, they didn't notice, that is an issue because it's going to have you pressed, stressed, and freaking out. You need to be true to yourself, and you need to be a whole lot more selfish. No more, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I wish I could do this, but oh, I'm sorry about that. No, no. You need to be a whole lot more selfish. Just because you have a high tolerance for pain, a high threshold for BS, doesn't mean that you should have to deal with that. So the enemy has been trying to stop you since birth, since you drew your first breath, to not ever figure out who you are. So it's already like we come here with bumping our heads, and then we got to figure out our place in this world, who we want to be, and what we're going to work towards, what makes us happy. But for you, it's been especially hard because you are the toughest. You are the mother of dragons. So people could look at Khaleesi, mother of dragons from Game of Thrones, and think, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. She's just like pretty privileged. She doesn't know anything, when she's been through a thing or five. And they're letting that blonde hair fool them. They're letting the beauty fool them. And you are the one that is charming. You are the one that's charismatic. You are the one that brings the milkshake to the yard. And you don't need to explain what you've been through either, because in some way that's been making you kind of feel like a victim. And you're really having to learn how to call it like you see it. And this is something that you're already good at doing, but you're not like leaning into. You can clock people, but then maybe you catch yourself, like you feel bad for clocking it, like you're judging someone. Like, oh, I shouldn't be thinking that about them. Da, 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 da. No, you're assessing, you're analyzing, you're dissecting, you're figuring things out. So I'm hearing the word peripheral. I'm hearing the word seer. God plays a huge role in your life. Yeah, there's something about your authenticity that you've been holding back on. Like, nobody wants to know all of that. And I'm not trying to contradict what I just said, but to the right people. Being authentic with the right people. Explaining past hurt or things to the right people, not to the wrong people, because the enemy is working overtime because of the way that you were designed. So maybe you've been feeling like you are this avatar or you're this sim and you're not, like, maybe you feel like you haven't had a real chance at life. And you've had to treat life like a video game. And a lot of us do that anyways, but meaning that for your survival. Not because you're like, oh, I'm going to glow up, I'm going to level up. Like, no. I'm saying because you had to. Like, you had to think that way. The tactics, the strategy, all of it to get through it. So somebody really wants your attention right now. All of these people that you're about to be getting rid of, calling to the carpet, calling out, putting in the hot seat. There's something about the way that they have been treating you and the way that each and every one of them has been trying to mimic how you act. So if you're the type of person that when you're in love, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with love, la 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 la, they're going to try to act like that. And now you're clocking it. You're catching it. If you have been not feeling great or been going through some issues, somebody else is clocking that and trying to mimic it. Now, I'm not saying that they can read you for filth because they obviously don't know who they're talking to. But I've been telling you guys this for a couple of months now, that these empty vessels, aka these Decepticons that are just walking around like beep beep, these what do they call them? Not PCPs. What do they call them when they're just like the people in the background walking around? ICPs? RCPs? I forget. Y'all, I don't play video games. Anyways, and these NCPs, I think that's it. NCs? NPs? I don't know. Anyways, so whoever these people are, you're like, is anybody home? They seem kind of ditzy to you, or they lack the substance, but they're at the same time trying to mimic certain things that you do. And how you'll know this is like they just like hold on to one thing. Like, oh, they act super professional, business like. So I gotta act super professional and business like. But a lot of these people are clout chasers and they will easily do the enemy's bidding. Okay, so people have been trying to stop you for a long time. It's a part of this master plan to stop you because of your power, your magic, the way that you are going to shift the world, the way that you are going to help the world. This is all a part of the plan. God is asking you to choose happiness, to choose rest, to choose listening to your intuition, daydreaming more, and just being that inner child. Like, you're just gonna have to sprinkle on a whole lot more selfishness, because I don't know who the frick these people think they are, that they cannot let you go, and they best. They best. You have had a lot of magical beings or God watching over you since birth. Maybe even archangels, but since birth. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Maleficent, where she's obviously the enemy and the one that's cast this spell on a little Sleeping Beauty, but she starts to like fall in love with her. And as she's like a little Sleeping Beauty is a baby still, which I love that, you know, Angelina Jolie used her actual child in the movie because her daughter was the only one that wasn't terrified of her Maleficent outfit. And so they were like, we're just going to use your baby. Okay. And then I love how her other two kids that she adopted, I think it's Maxim and Surrey. Max and Surrey. Oh, shoot. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Either way, they're in the background too when she's like casting the spell and they're having like the baby blessing thing. I don't know if it's a baby blessing. Baby shower? No, baby's born. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, Maleficent sees that little beastie is on this cliff. You know what I mean? Like, here's the cliff, and little beastie is about to fall off that cliff. And instead, she could just like she could expedite it if she wanted to, but instead, she pulls up all these vines to catch little Sleeping Beauty as she's a toddler beginning to walk. You have protection like this. Even though you're in this, it seems like this virtual game of craziness, you're like, deep down, you know that you have protection like this. And it's not like it's bumper cars or guards when you're bowling, but it's giving that kind of. And you know this, especially as you're older, when you feel like you're within an inch of your life. Okay, so you could be driving on the road and everybody is driving around you crazy and you have to be super defensive while you're driving. And then, you know, somebody swerves into your lane, you're very cautious, and they're just always around you, protecting you, like Maleficent protects Sleeping Beauty. So, I don't know, whoever protects you, they love you so much. And I don't know why I thought of Maleficent, because like she's the enemy at first, but you know what I mean? Like, you have that type of protection where they're not going to let anything too crazy happen to you. You feel me? So like the fairies watching over Sleeping Beauty, they didn't know how to feed her. They didn't know what to do. So like the little bird, her assistant, and her are like taking care of this baby while they're just like dilly-dallying around. I was going to say a different word, but I was like, let me not say that on here. What I found for you guys is, I'm dropping a lot of things right now. Have you been dropping a lot this last week? Please let me know in the comments. But you are becoming very psychically aware and spiritually aware of what is really going on around you. It's almost like you have like this X-ray vision and you can see through people. Like, okay, you're a seer, right? Oh, I hope I'm explaining this right. You're a seer, and you can see through people and you can read them, but it's like they're helping you do this easier and do it in a better way to where you're able to really see like, oh, that isn't going to work. I have a bad feeling for a reason. They're rubbing me the wrong way for a reason. And I'm over here trying to be too nice, trying not to judge, but I need to judge because I need to be selfish. Your angels and ancestors or God is teaching you to be selfish right now, and unapologetically so. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. It has to for somebody. You are becoming aware of your past life and what you're meant to do here on earth in the 3D. You are remembering things that happened to you in the past that maybe you tried to bury deep or you felt ashamed of, things that were stolen from you. That was incredibly unfair. And now that you're becoming older and wiser to your talents and to your abilities, the enemy is working even harder, trying to surround you with yes men or people that are like catfishing cheerleaders. I don't even know. People that are trying to hype you up, but they're not really hyping you up and they're not really doing a good job because you want things on the inside to feel good. And that is how you are intuitively able to clock the deception in some of these people. So a lot of these people, they look immaculate. NPC, that's the word. A lot of these NPCs that are being used by the enemy, they look immaculate on the surface. They look real. They look genuine. They look like they take care of themselves. And they even have a little bit of that selfishness that sometimes you wish you had a little bit more of. And then you start to get to know them. And you see that the inside does not match the outside. For some of the people you're dealing with, there is nothing on the inside. And for others, it's all of this ugliness on the inside. It's all the things that they're hiding. And you want to deal with people that are authentically themselves, not these NPCs. So you are going to be decluttering your life once again because your gifts are being restored and you're going to be celebrating. See how she's just rocking it by herself like, woo, I'm figuring it out. And everyone's trying to warn you like, if you aren't going to date me or if you're not going to live with me or if you're not going to work with me, if you're not going to be my friend, you're totally going to fall off that cliff. You're like, watch me fly. If you were picking up what I am putting down, affirm it below. Watch me fly. You are learning to accept yourself, all parts of yourself. This is what you're going through. You're becoming very spiritually aware, but in a different way. You're getting different senses. You're really being able to lock into your abilities better. And I see you being so grateful for this because of this indecisiveness, this confusion, this fog. There's been a mist or a fog that's been around you and it's been hard to see who's catfishing who around here, but there's too much. So we have entering the magic. You are learning to seize the moment. How do I feel about this person right now? How do I feel about what they've told me? Does it match what they've been saying? And maybe even taking voice memos, especially if you're dating them. You go and have an experience with them, right? When you come back from that experience, you record it on a voice memo. This is how I felt. I felt like this was odd or this was off or this was good and then this was bad. Because then when you sleep on it and then go back to it later, you cannot gaslight yourself that what you felt didn't really take place. And I feel like some of us chosen ones be doing that like, oh no, they weren't that bad. And we have to remember that we have a high threshold for pain. We are able to neutralize environments that we shouldn't by going into places that we shouldn't, but we don't know that just yet. And we just try not to be too judgmental, but we need to amp up on 1000 the I'm all about me, okay? I want y'all to board the all about me train and accept that you are the mother effing beep, to accept yourself more than you do now. All aboard the all about me train. That's the ride we're getting on. And the enemies, if they want to be the caboose, they're just going to get dragged. You are learning several different lessons right now that could be frustrating. Things that are not easy for you to do. A, being aware. Like, dang. Let me do a voice memo really quick. This was my experience today. End note. You go back to the next day and you're like, oh, yeah, I did feel that. Okay, I'm going to pray on it and I'm going to visualize a different experience and something better will be on the way. I'm not going to stress about it because God got my back. You feel me? So that's the first thing that you're figuring out. Okay, I need to be more aware because what they've got going on the outside does not match the inside at all. The second thing is acceptance. Being accepting of who you are, being proud of who you are. You are charming, you are smart, you are very you are an intellectual, you are assertive when you need to be. So it just accepting who you are and being proud of that. Third thing, gentle. This is not easy for you to do. It's not easy for you to accept all the parts of yourself or the things that you're, feel like embarrassed of. People that are right for you are going to love these things about you. They're going to love that you text in paragraphs. They're going to love that you never answer the phone. They're going to love that you're a workaholic. Like all of these things that you don't like about yourself that you are learning to accept, these people are just going to accept. And when you have the right people around you, you will naturally feel lighter and just want to be a better person. It's the worst to be side by side with someone and still feel alone. So you're learning the lessons in awareness, acceptance, and now how to be gentle with yourself. You never learned this from an early age because you were not smothered in love. You were not coddled. You were not, nobody petted your head and was like, oh my gosh, everything's going to be fine. And if you did have people doing that, there was always somebody around to get mad about it. So like even if you did have this love in your childhood, you had another parent or a step parent that was like, stop, like the evil stepmother vibes, but it could have actually been your actual mother or your actual father that didn't want you getting this love. So the enemy has been working on you since you were a wee one. So this gentleness is knowing that it's safe, knowing that you can take it easy. You don't have to always be in overdrive. You don't always have to be in this hyper masculine energy. I tell you guys all the time, and I'm guilty of this too. Learning to reset your vagus nerve, your nervous system. Learning to, gentle yourself. And if you guys watch Wheel of Time, you guys know what I'm saying. We need to use our magic to gentle ourselves. So we have taking it easy on yourself, being aware of what isn't matching, what dots aren't connecting with the people, the ops, the friends, the lovers that are making our life hell or hard. We have seize the now. Another hard thing that you are learning on this All About Me train is how to seize the moment instead of letting it pass you by. Do you feel like the days in the week are just passing you by? Are you bored with your routine? Are you bored with what you have to do in your day-to-day life? You are learning how to live in the now and how to enjoy that more. Then we have go with the flow. Do you rush around everywhere with like a chicken with their head cut off? Like, do you just run around like, I don't know what to do? Accept what is happening. Accept yourself, accept what is happening, and you will be able to relax and trust. Because you don't need to trust the people that are lying to you. Oh, what am I going to do? They're lying. Now who am I going to work with? Oh, I can't trust them. So now where am I going to live? Whatever this is, you are going to accept it. you will know when you are done. Okay? So if you know that you're in a toxic relationship or a toxic friendship, you will know when you are done. And then we have blessings. The enemy has been trying to stop your blessings. Devil energy has been trying to come in and stop these blessings, stop you from seeing them, and stop you from believing that they're even yours. You have a beautiful way of radiating positivity, and you need to be around people that emanate this as well on the outside. You have people trying to mimic right now your work ethic, and this is the first thing that you're going to be able to clock. That is janky. The way that you work and the way that you communicate puts other people to shame. And what I mean by that is whoever's mimicking you, they're like, you might be talking to them and telling them, I text a lot, I like to over communicate, and they're like, oh yeah, me too. But then they don't answer the phone ever. They're not responsive for days at a time. They don't answer every text or call. Not that you need them to, but sometimes you need an answer. So that's something that you're clocking, the way that people communicate, that they don't really mean what they say. They think they know the definition of standing on business. It could not be further from the truth. It reminds me of Game of Thrones. Each family in each house has a banner, has a mascot or family coat of arms for their banner, their family name, their crest. And then they have a family saying. Like a Lannister always pays its debts. So everyone has these sayings, but not all of them are fit to rule the 7 kingdoms. And the mother of dragons, though the odds are stacked against her, it is her birthright, along with somebody else. But I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to spoil it for anyone if you haven't watched it. But the way that people communicate, you are starting to pick apart. Their stories are starting to fall apart right in front of you. There are people that want to seem like they have way more experience than they actually do. That they have just as good as reputation. But just like I said in the last message, there's a virtual mask that is slipping. Whether they bought followers or whatever it is. So there's the communication. Then there's the positivity. So, Spirit is telling me 2 ways you're going to be able to clock them that you maybe have already is the way that they're communicating or the lack thereof, and the way that they aren't truly positive like you are. You radiate light. Theirs is artificial. Theirs, they have to really summon up, and even then it's half-assed. Even then it's not real. Even then it's not genuine. So somebody here could be mimicking their spirituality, their love for the divine. And there's something about it that just isn't rubbing you the right way. And I want you to know that you are 99.9% assessing it correctly. Especially if you're not exhausted right now. So another thing you're going to be doing is allowing yourself to heal. So much has been stolen from you over the years and over time, and you need to allow yourself to heal and to be supported. When people are like, oh, just trust me, I know what I'm doing, trust me, I'm worthy, I'm honest, I'm the one for you. And they're trying to give you all of this love, I got you, I'm trying to make your life easier, everything's going to be fine, I know what I'm doing. But everything in your body is I don't know. I'm not sure. And you're not excited. It's kind of like wedding dress shopping. Not that everyone does that, but they say when you try on the dress that is the one that you're going to get married in, you'll just know. And I thought, oh my gosh, am I really going to know? I knew because I cried in that dress. And I had no one with me. I didn't have a parent. I didn't have siblings. I had a coworker with me, and that was it. Because none of my alleged friends wanted to be bridesmaids or my sisters either. So No one wanted to be happy for me on that day. But something that I clocked was I knew. Even though I was sad and disappointed and I felt kind of alone, because that coworker that went with me to try on the dresses didn't even come to the wedding. Didn't even show up. So it's like I didn't know if I was going to be in the mood to know if I was going to find the right dress. And I think 3 dresses in, I tried one on and I cried. And then I cried again after it was altered. It was beautiful. You guys, it was covered in lace. It was sleeveless. It like had lace up to here, but we went and made it lower. Don't judge me. Okay? And it was just va-voom. Mermaid style. Like, it was gorgeous. Long train, all lace, perfectly altered, long veil. Like, I bawled. I didn't want to take that thing off, but I couldn't breathe. And it was like double corseted on top of that. But I say that to say this. I knew that was the dress. I knew it was the dress I was going to walk down the aisle in. So even though this is going on and the enemy is working overtime, it doesn't mean that you won't know who is right for you. Because it's going to feel so much different from what is actually in front of you. So all of these people conspiring and trying to take you out, trying to stop you from living your life, because if you have several different people that are making your life hard in weird and complicated and intricate ways, that can really make you sad. Like, dang, this isn't going right, that isn't going right, that isn't going right, what the frick? And it could really weigh down on you. And when something is right, you're just going to know. And it might even be that you haven't met someone. Maybe you haven't even met someone yet. And you can already feel through the screen, looking at their social media, that they're going to be a better fit for you. And this is just going to be so healing for you. So trust me when I say this, better is on the way. And the karma for the people that don't want to let you go are being put in their place. So I do see that there's answers coming through for you in the next couple of days. And you're going to be so thankful. You deserve to be in a place of peace. You deserve to be in a place of happiness and just feeling sure of yourself. And none of these other people are adding to that. Whether you work with them, you date them, or their family, they're making things hard for you. Because the devil is working through them. Because they're easily influenced. They are easily made into puppeteers. Puppets. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, despite the circumstances, you will know. So for instance, I was going to have to work with someone. And I wasn't sure. And I'm still not sure. But then I saw someone else on social media that I could possibly work with, and I immediately felt better. And I haven't even met them yet. And I was so excited to the fact that I messaged them. Can't wait to meet you. And I had set up an appointment to do an introduction. But the other person that I'd spent time with already, there's something not adding up. So even though I haven't met this other person yet, I'm going to sort it out. But I know God has me. And that even though it's in my nature to rush or to move quickly, I know I'm being told to chill. Chill while we sort this out. So I'm excited for you guys in that aspect. Because the players are getting moved on the board to where it will be under better circumstances. This is like wanting to build your dream house, but the architect is all wrong. The architect is not listening to your vision. They're not listening to what you're saying, and they're like, oh, you would like this. And you're like, I'm not about to spend all of this money for it to be what I don't want. It's called my dream house. So why would it be my dream house if you're just going to draw it however the frick? Do you know what I mean? You have people like that right now that are not listening to you. Whoever is gaslighting you, as you think about that and reflect, it's going to really piss you off. That they tried to lie. You get the Seven of Swords. We've been getting it a lot lately. That they just think like you haven't been through this before. Like this is not your first rodeo. With people that are desperate, that are chasing, that have no shame. And then try to dodge you at the same time. It's almost like when they're not ready to like have their mask on, they don't want to deal with you. That could be a reason why they're not talking to you or replying. Okay, that could be a reason why they're not talking to you or replying, because they don't have their mask on yet. They're like, oh, I gotta get charming, I gotta get positive, I gotta be just like them. And so they hide from you. They hide from you when they're not ready to have that mask on. But you are about to be blessed in so many ways. Like this is, I know it doesn't feel magical right now. Don't let these bastards grind you down. Do not let the enemy grind you down. Whoever is playing with your emotions, you are not a toy. You are a trap. You are loved by God. And I want you to stand on that. So it is your turn to not really answer the phone. It is your turn to kind of cut off communication because you're going on the all about me train and you cannot be bothered. Okay, you cannot be bothered because you're going on the all about me train. There are certain environments too where you thought, oh, I don't feel welcome here. I don't know if these people like me. I don't know if I should shop here anymore or work here anymore. I don't know. But you have a special amount of protection when you're there and other people get removed. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Okay, that is important for you to know. The players are changing and then people are becoming nicer and nicer and nicer. It's also some evil could get removed out of the way so then you could properly connect to the people trying to help you. But I do see that you are really disappointed in some people that have come towards you. You feel like it's the story of your life. It is not, because things are about to change where you don't have to be playing this balancing act to where you don't have to do that anymore. So you're going to become very mysterious, especially on social media, where you are not going to be giving people the full scope because you don't want them to know. People have been using that to gain information or access, and you're just going to be denying access to people that could possibly make your life worse. We have the right path. If you've kind of put all these people on hold, or you're ignoring them, or in your mind you've disconnected from them, you are on the right path. If you've been praying about what is the right decision because you feel somebody, confirmation is unreliable, you are on the right path. You are clocking and look, it's a Pinocchio. Somebody is lying to you because they struggle to finish the things that they start. They want to start it. They want to get the money on the table, but they don't have the same drive. They don't have the same work ethic as you. Like, you will push through something so tired, so frustrated, so over it. You will push through it and you will make it the best. And other people, this is where you're starting to see their lies, where they are unreliable. God wants you to be comfortable, bestie. Comfortable. Not like, Oh my gosh, are they lying to me? Are we going to finish this project? Are we actually going to move in together? Like, there's something about you just don't trust. So yeah, you are right. You are on the right path. Keep moving forward. You're not lost. Sometimes the right path is not the easiest. Okay? Because the enemy is trying to cause setbacks for you. So let God do the networking for you. God is going to do the networking for you, and then you are going to get a feeling, an epiphany. Oh, I feel like I should go on Instagram right now and like look these people up. People that I think I could work with. Listen to that. Let God do the networking for you. So that you then can get the inkling to do what you need to do, and your body will tell you. Okay? God is going to help your money grow. So if other people are treating you like, oh, I don't do business this way. Oh, you need to follow my rules. Or they've got like 3 pages of rules. F that. You are divinely protected. These people are not only eyeing you, their sights are set on you. Devil energy is trying to figure out a way to manage your money. Trying to figure out a way to siphon your money. Get their hands on your money. I don't like that. But God is saying expect a positive financial change in your life. So do you feel like there's money hasn't been draining your account so fast? That's not for no reason. Do you feel like money's been coming in and you're like, I don't even know how? That's not for no reason. Do you feel like you've been getting discounts and you're like, I don't even know how I got that for free. I don't even know where that came from. That's not for no reason. You are going to be getting some very random things in the mail. You're going to be getting some random notifications like, wait, what? Because you are on the right path. Wow, we have your emotions. The enemy could also be trying to work through your love life to get you to focus on your love life instead of your purpose, especially if you're single. This is one of the tactics being used. I'm hearing your money will be spent better somewhere else. So let's say you want to work with one business and you're like, oh, I don't know. And you want to work with one business, or let's say you're working with one business, but they're kind of expensive. And you're like, maybe I can find something a little bit cheaper, but this business over here is actually the same price. Maybe $10 cheaper. This business over here isn't as efficient as this one over here. So you might go with the one that's $10 more. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Like, you need to be the mad scientist in the lab. Figuring out the math. Figuring out the science of, okay, this person says this person does that, but for some reason, I feel safer over here. You are the mad scientist. Affirm it below. I'm a mad scientist. Duh. I got that savage intellect. Hello. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. You are going to be brought some intel. All of these people that you are dealing with, you are going to be getting some intel as you are learning to delegate, as you are learning to pray for what you want, ask for what you want, because you're on the all about me ride, that train ride, because God is going to be teaching you how to be a goat. God's like, let me do the networking, let me get the intel, let me give you the nudges, let your angels protect you. I gotta teach you how to be the greatest of all time. Like, it is time for you. Your whole life you have fought for this. Maybe not knowing exactly what you were fighting for, but you have fought through evil. Like, a lot. You've always been a born leader. And it's like you are God's greatest kind of like weapon. Like, you're God's greatest sword. You're God's greatest, like, tool You're a goat for a reason, because you will be one of God's greatest tools on how to help the world, how to help the collective. And I've been getting that a lot, like worldwide. Things are going to happen worldwide. So be expecting an unexpected windfall. Be expecting an unexpected, but you know what I mean. You haven't, a sudden windfall of money coming in. Like, wait, what? Where did this come from? Spirit also wants you to keep an open mind. There's something unfolding for you. So this is going to come in a very strange way. It could look like somebody over here has all the credentials, like, oh yeah, this is the person I want to hire. They have all the credentials that I need. Or this is somebody I want to work with. They have the perfect resume. But something isn't adding up. The inside is not matching the outside or the paperwork or what is in front of you. It's just not matching. So keep an open mind, because it's somebody over here with less that has more on the inside, and that's exactly what you're looking for. Okay. And two, let's say you're looking at their social media. Maybe they don't photograph well. Maybe they're not photogenic, but you're just looking for this spirit of that. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel excited, joyful, curious? Because everyone else's social media can make you feel like, oh, they're just like the other person. It's always a thirst trap. These other people do things based on what's convenient for them, and that's not fair to you. You need to start doing what is convenient for you. You have a gift to share with others, and if these people don't see that, that is their loss. You know what you're talking about. Okay, if they're like, oh, well, you don't really know because, like, you don't really do this, like, you know. You be knowing. Holy Spirit, is there anything else I need to know for the collective? Yeah, somebody was, like, really being baby goo-boo with you. Like, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Like, they didn't mean none of it. And you feel that. You feel that. They didn't follow through on plans. They flaked out either on the plans. This is like going on a date and then being like, oh, I don't feel good. I gotta go home. You're like, what? And you've like mentally prepared yourself for this date. This is like thinking, you know, you're getting something and you've like built up mentally for these things, and these people have been letting you down, and that is unreliable. That is unreliable for you. So, however you have been giving back to people, it is now coming back to you tenfold. Affirm it below. It is now coming back to me tenfold. Some affirmations I also got for you guys is, I am cosmically designed to hold massive levels of wealth. I surrender the need to know how my wealth will manifest and embrace knowing that it will. And then I got, I am the architect of my fortunes and the universe is my builder. Hearing God the builder, can he fix it? Yeah, he can. Okay, I'm not getting anything from that deck. Let me try this over here. This is the last straw. These people didn't even know. They're like, I'm in. I got access. They didn't even know it was the last straw. That's the gag. Like, they didn't even know it was the last straw. Like, I can't. You're like, oh yeah, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. You're like, I'm out of here. Oh my gosh. We have on what fell on the ground is the OG. You are authentic and you deserve long-term support. Real support, genuine support, long-term support. Oh my gosh. They're like, I'm in. You're like, yeah, I forgot something in the car. I'll be right back. And then you like drive off. Like, it's giving that. I can't. You have a key role in changing the world with your gifts and talents. I like that. I have a key role in changing the world with my gifts and talents. And whatever emotional baggage you have, you are allowed to take on the train. You are allowed to bring this on the train of all about me. You're like, what? Why? Because we're going to sort it out. We're not going to pretend it doesn't exist. We're not going to like put it underneath some rug before we get on the train. We're going to bring it on the train. We're going to bring our fear, we're going to bring our baggage, and we're going to work through it. Like, yeah, I haven't been listening to my body, and I want to work on that. We're going to not have distractions and look at how we need to be gentle with ourselves, how we need to accept ourselves, how we need to not be hyperfixated, how we just need to trust. Is there anything else? How we need to be more present. You could be looking younger and younger. Your age is reversing because you are getting updates to your system. My theory is the more we show God or the divine that like we're serious about our purpose, we're serious about living a better life, we're serious about taking better care of ourselves, I feel like that's when God starts reversing our age. Because like for me, I feel like I looked older in my addiction than I do now. And I feel like that was aging me. And I feel like when I let all of that go, I started getting younger and younger and younger, at least looking younger. Okay. Anything else? I just know there's a massive opening for you. Something is massively unfolding for you. Oh, okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A lot of it's going to be happening while you sleep. And I love that. That says sleeping beauty. Well, beauty sleep, but it could also be portrayed as sleeping beauty. Listen to your intuition. I told you. You're going to be better listening to your intuition. Oh, somebody here needs to know that they have been doing a lot of healing and that they would make a great parent. They would make an amazing mother. They would make an amazing father. Because if you feel like no one helped me when I was younger, I'm so scared of repeating that. No, you're safe. You are the generational curse breaker. Start visualizing what you want for yourself and it will manifest in your reality. This is going to be your cheat code. Yeah. This is your path. This is your cheat code for things to start working out for you. Like obstacles are being removed. You are working through fear. You are working through resistance. Miracles. Liberation. Oh. Whoa. And then we have Wounded Healer. Wounded Healer fell on the ground and resistance is in the reverse. You've been wounded, you've been hurt, you've been sabotaged, you've been lied to, you've been cheated on, things have been stolen from you, and now access is denied. It is important that you remember who you are, how important you are to the divine, and that you just go with the flow. You don't have to do this like balancing act anymore. It's not for you. You just need to worry about you. And these people are going to start falling away. But yeah, the devil has been working overtime to distract you from remembering who the frick you are. Okay? I love you guys so much. Let me know what is going on in the comments. If you made it all the way to the end, affirm it below. I'm going with the flow. And the flow is going to bring you best case scenario, miracles, money out of nowhere. Remember to keep an open mind and to go with that feeling. Like I said with the wedding dress, even though you feel not supported or nobody's around that cares, you're still going to know when it's right for you. This is your special power. Just one of many. Okay, it's one of many special powers. So I'm really excited for you. Okay, don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, all the things. And I'll see you guys in the next one.